We just got done with Operation Backpack, and I think you would probably call that a successful operation.
I would call that successful, yes. As you know, because you were there, we had to move it outdoors, and it was wonderful. We had a nice setup. We kept traffic for the most part off the main thoroughfares, and we did have a wait a little bit of time, but no matter where that event takes place, there's going to be a wait, there's going to be a line, there's a lot of people to put through it. But we had a great turnout. We had amazing volunteers who were wonderful and helped get everything set up. So it was a success.
Speaking of those volunteers, you're looking for a few more because pretty soon it's going to be the Day of Caring that
Yes.
takes place. So tell me a little bit about that, if you would.
Yes, so Day of Caring, it's going to take place September 11th this year, which for those of you not thinking of it, it's 9/11. So it's a great day to be giving service back to our communities. And that's why we set it up on this day this year. It's a Friday. And we have asked around town, and we've gotten projects around town to be worked on. So we have about 18 different projects that we could work on. I know that some groups of people are choosing not to come out this year because of COVID, and that's okay. We want everybody to feel comfortable. So sitting here right now, I can't tell you if we're going to be able to tackle all 18 of those projects. We're going to do the best that we can with all of them. We are looking for volunteers to come and sign up, and if you're interested in signing up, you can call us at the United Way office, and we'll be happy to get you the Google link to sign up. We're doing some different things this year. So because it's COVID, we're doing some social distancing things. We're trying to do outdoor projects. We do have a few indoor projects that need to be done, but we're attempting to move a lot of our projects outside. So an example would be the Y runs the daycare out at University Park, and they have some outdoor projects that need to be done at that daycare. Nelson Pioneer Farm has a building that needs to be painted on the outside. So we're trying to do those outside projects.
Okay. And so, yeah, it helps, one, businesses that like to volunteer, like to have their employees be involved within the community. It helps to satisfy some of that for folks in a controlled sort of way.
Yes.
The other thing, if I'm remembering right, doesn't the Day of Caring also kind of help kick off campaign for United Way?
It does. It is our campaign kickoff. So we'll be working towards raising $325,000 this year so that we can make sure that we continue to fill in those cracks in our community that need to be filled in.
One of those that you guys took over this year was the summer lunch meals. Is that kind of, or am I thinking differently?
So what happened with summer lunch this year is actually we partnered with the school. So we used to have summer lunch, and we gave the work part of summer lunch. So that means the part of the fiscal part of it, making the meals, that type of stuff went to the school, and then we kept the volunteer piece of that. So for that program to run, we need lots of volunteers. I want to say the way we ran it this year, we needed around 20 a week just to run that program. And so we captured all those volunteers to help the school out.
Okay, so besides the volunteerism of just the summer lunch program, what other things, you guys have partner agencies, I believe, as you call them.
Yes.
Let's kind of walk through what those partner agencies help achieve through our community.
Yes. So we actually call them funded partners. And how you become a funded partner is you have to be a 501c3 status. And we will put out grants in the late winter. Well, we'll say that in December, which I kind of call late winter, but if you look at the calendar, that's probably the beginning of winter. So we will put out grant applications. They will fill out grants and turn them back into us. At that point, we'll have people from the community who read through those grants, and then the people who've written the grants will come in and present to the group of people who've read through their grants. And then they'll have questions asked, and that committee will then formulate who gets funded and for how much funding they get, depending on how much money we raise during campaign.
All right. So it's a process that not just you decide who gets what. It's a whole group of volunteer board that kind of helps wade through that a little bit and decide how to best spend that money then.
Yes, there's about 40 people that come in and help with that decision making. So it's not a little bitty thing. It's not one or two people making the decision. It's a group from the community who come in on 2 different nights. So let's pretend it's a Tuesday and a Thursday night. We would have it's about 22 to 24 people that would come in on Tuesday and about 22 to 24 people who would come in on Thursday. Some of them overlap, that we would have some of the same people, but then they help decide after listening to and reading the grants from the people in the community where that money should go.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, really, the Day of Caring is an opportunity to kick that off, but it's also an opportunity to really show what kind of impact United Way and its services can also have within the community.
Correct. Because we also want people to know United Way is more than just collecting money. It is volunteering. It's helping look in the community to see where those needs are, such as we've talked about, backpacks and summer lunch, just to name a couple. And then it's raising money to help our funded partners.
And some of those are some legal aid. They are clothes closets. I mean, so kind of how do those, just kind of touch on what some of those impacts are?
Yes. So currently we are funding 14 agencies and 21 programs. So we're funding, if you can't afford to learn to swim, we will pay a round of swim lessons at the Y. We help fund the Iowa Legal Aid and helping to make sure that Mahaska County is represented with Iowa Legal Aid representation. We help at Crisis Intervention Services, their shelter. We help Love in the Name of Christ. They run some classes, and we help with that. Big Brothers Big Sisters. We help with some of the background checks to make sure that our kids are safe, and when you ask to volunteer, that those background checks can be a little pricey, so we help with that. So that's just a couple of ones that we do.
Yeah, and those aren't programs that we normally see every day, or it's not all the glitz and glamour of painting a building out at Nelson Pioneer Farm, but it's one that helps ensure those that are in need are taken care of.
Correct.
So how we have people, they can sign up to volunteer for Day of Caring. So the website is the primary way that folks sign up.
Actually, we'd like them to call us right now because we don't have the Google link posted publicly, because I want people to really consider that it's okay if you pick to take this year off because of COVID. So we're just asking you to call our office to register for Day of Caring.
Okay. So any other thoughts that we should maybe share with folks about the Day of Caring and what's coming up with that?
No, I think that just watch for more information about how it went and the different projects that we're going to accomplish that day.
All right. Well, we thank you for your time and telling us a little bit more about Day of Caring.
Thank you.